Hey everybody, it's Andrea, and today I wasn't really feeling a pick a pile, and if I'm not feeling like doing a reading, usually it's not going to come out as good and I won't be pleased with it. You won't be pleased with your reading. So I really wanted to do something a little bit different today, something a little bit quicker, like I said, different. I was going to do a Q&A and ask you guys questions. I did only get 2 responses, which is what I will be starting off with. But I also have some other questions that I have been asked in the past. They have to do with reading and witchcraft and Wicca and tarot itself. So I'm kind of excited. I do have a list of some questions that you can't see. I have a list of some questions to get us started. And if you have any more questions for me, leave them in the comments below and I will type out a response to you. So, first question I got was from my good friend Riley. Hi Riley, how you doing? Good luck with going to school. I'm excited for you. First question was, what is my favorite book series? And for me, it's really a favorite author because she has many series and all of them I could basically say are my favorite. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably be The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. That is my favorite series, but she is my favorite author. And if you did watch me during my booktube days, you probably know that I really, really love her. I've read 99.9% of her books, and what I haven't read, I'm reading now. So yeah, that is my favorite book series. It'd probably be, like I said, The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, but I also do like The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare, and now The Dark Artifices a little bit above The Mortal Instruments for me. So the next question is from my Aunt Stacy. Hi Aunt Stacy, how you doing? It says, what is the best end of summer ritual to perform, or should I wait all the way until the official end of summer? I prefer to wait until the end of summer and the beginning of fall to really do anything. It is when like the magic is at its highest point and the energy is at its best to do things. So I actually brought out my book of shadows to look at things I have done in the past for Mabon, which is the autumn equinox. That usually falls towards like mid to end September, right when fall begins, obviously. So everything that is in here you probably already like know of and kind of do already. But you're gonna want to do decorations that have to do with like autumn garland and pine cones, apples, candles, gourds, pumpkins, wheat, corn, wine. Some of these are really meant for like altar decorations, but you can decorate your house and your space with it. Different breads and flowers and all of that type of stuff. So for some activities, what I usually like to do is I'll make a gratitude list. I'll do a super deep clean of my home and get rid of what I don't need. So really even going as far as to wash the walls, as far as to like, there's a dog outside. Ellie. Alright, a little bit of a technical difficulty with my dog and just noises, but like I was saying, super deep cleaning your home, getting rid of what you don't need, just kind of in preparation for the harvest, as I would always say. Baking bread and apple themed dishes just to really get in the fall mood, and celebrating your abundance is one of my favorite things to do. Definitely keeps me in touch with my magic side, definitely always have the energy for it, and it's always good anyways to recognize what you have and be grateful for that. Obviously any like fall themed foods are always great. A lot of incense, like incense spells, you do cinnamon, clove, and apple are always the best. If you're going to use any crystals, amethyst, clear quartz, citrine, and yellow agate or agate or anything else how you say it are always really great. Just a lot of psychic abilities, a lot of calming, a lot of just really good vibes, I guess. Another couple things you can do that are also fall-like are making scented pine cones, spending time under the stars, donating foods and goods, burning bad habits. I always actually like to write down things like that on bay leaves or something along those lines, even on a piece of paper, and burning them so it is a symbolic but also, you know, you're actually burning these bad habits type of thing. Now we have the fire siren going off. But yeah, that's kind of like a ritual thing that you can do. I know that is what the question was asking. I'm just kind of going over a bunch of Mabon activities. You know, burning bad habits, definitely meditating, taking care of plants, just basking in nature. And I usually like to visit gravestones and family members and just visiting the deceased in general. If you're gonna do any spell work, you can even look up things on like Pinterest and stuff, or make your own spell that have to do with home protection, releasing negativity, balance, and prosperity. There's other foods and incense that you can do, anything that's really fall-like, but my favorite rituals to do are always ritual baths, where there's a lot of corresponding colors and crystals and like smells and everything like that, where you are releasing your negative energy and, you know, really taking that little bit to meditate on it, but just with the extra power of the water and stuff. And like I said, that burning bad habits is always something that I think I've done it like maybe once before, but it's definitely something that I want to try more. I just live in an apartment, so it's a little difficult to burn things, especially without setting off like a smoke alarm or being a fire hazard. I hope that answered your question. Again, if I'm not answering these questions how you guys want, or you have additional questions, please leave them in the comments below. So the next question is, what do you like to read? This is just like, the rest of these questions are just questions that I get a lot, whether on here or in person, that I want to answer. I'm not as picky as I used to be. It really depends on my mood. I've been cycling through like young adult fantasy books, and like historical fiction is something that I really like, or like memoirs and true stories, like nonfiction, type of thing. And I think the only other thing that I really read recently has been horror or thriller books. A lot of Stephen King. I just picked up a couple, or at least one new thriller to read, and I've been getting on a kick of like cheesy romance, which usually my YA fantasy has some romance in it, but like Red, White, and Royal Blue, like things that are just kind of cheesy and like nice to read. I like to read those too. I'm not really picky. I have books of every kind on my shelf for the most part. Like, I think I even might have a sci-fi book. I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say I don't really like sci-fi, but I think I have a couple sci-fi books. So I'm not really picky about what I read. But like I said, like YA fantasy and historical fiction are probably what I enjoy most. So, am I a witch or am I a Wiccan? And I did have a video up that I didn't like advertise or anything, but I did talk about it. I was part of the Wiccan faith. I was part of that as my religion, and I recently have kind of fell out of that and have just like done witchcraft. I don't worship any deities or anything like that, and I've really sided with witchcraft. That's nothing wrong with being a Wiccan or anything, it's just not what I really truly believe in, and I didn't feel connected to it. And I think really, even when I said I was connected to it, there were always doubts, so I wasn't truly connected to it. But I still do witchcraft, and that video is up on my channel, obviously. If you want to go check it out, I can leave it linked below. So the next question is, what is a witch? Like, what does that mean? And to me, I mean, everyone kind of defines it differently, I guess, and I could probably look up the real definition, like the Webster's dictionary definition. But to me, it's just working with the magic properties that nature has to offer and Earth has to offer, while also, you know, just being in touch with nature in general. So what magic is, and that is magic spelled M-A-G-I-C-K. It's real magic. It's the real energies that Earth and nature has that you can feel around you, and the real, you know, magic and things that you can see around you. Like, you know, if I were to say I'm gonna manifest something, then I can see that happen if I truly work towards it, and spell work and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's a real definition of a witch out there, but to me it's just really being in touch with the Earth's magic and really living a positive life and following the old practices that come with it. So what are some things that I do as a witch? And for me, I always celebrate the Sabbats, or at least acknowledge the equinoxes and Sabbats in general. So like Baban, Yule, the little ones like Litha and stuff like that are all very important to do. I do rituals, like ritual baths and stuff, and really just connecting, reflecting, and all of that. I follow the lunar phases, and there's different things that come with each one, like banishing negativity, or, you know, bringing good things to you and stuff like that. I do a lot of correspondence work, like what crystals and what herbs and scents and incense and all of that correspond with each other. A lot of cleansing, and my favorite thing is divination, and I think that is another question, which is the next one. What is tarot and divination? So it is basically just another, they're all magical tools that can really give advice and make things clearer. So like tarot cards are a deck of cards that have 78 cards, I believe, and there's the major and minor arcana, and they all have like set meanings type of thing that you can interpret in any way that you want to, and really following your intuition to see what they mean. But they have a set number of cards, and they can tell you stuff about your past, present, and vague things about your future that you can interpret and incorporate into your life. Oracle cards, again, are just a deck of cards. There's no set number, there's no set meanings to those cards that also do the same thing. Tarot charms are like little charms like I have on my necklace, basically, that are casted, which comes from a ancient ritual of bone casting to give pictures, but you cast the charms and give you the same information. Runestones, same information. Usually it can be on questions that you're asking, or sometimes it could be a past, present, future thing, or just information on your future and things like that. So they're basically, like I said, just magical tools that really form a clear picture for guidance and understanding and things that have been or will be. So I hope that that clears it up. Next question. What is my star chart? I get asked that often. I am a Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon, and a Libra rising. And if you don't know anything about star charts, I definitely recommend looking it up. I mean, we all kind of know what our main sun sign is, like our main zodiac sign. But if you know what time you were born, you can look up what is my star chart and enter it all in, and it'll tell you more than just the 3 things that I said. There's so many different things that it applies to, but those are my main 3 signs. So these last 3 questions are things that I did get out of my live stream on my Facebook channel when I last did a live, and I know I answered these people in the chat, but I also want to answer it in a video in case other people had these same questions. So the first question is, are the cards, stones, and charms somehow interconnected? The answer to that is a basic yes. So they're all interconnected because of the magic that I am pulling from and the energies that I am pulling from, the higher beings that I'm asking, and all of that stuff. But they're also interconnected because usually when you see me doing things in a pick-a pile or something like that, I'm asking the same questions, or I'm asking the same type of questions, or I'm asking for clarity. So they're all interconnected from the same magic and the same things that I am taking guidance from, but they're also interconnected because I am asking the same questions, whether that is in my head or out loud. So they're all going to give me the same answer or giving more information to the question that I already asked. The next question was, do the different types of cards often contradict each other in the readings? And sometimes I have found that they do. Like one card will give me one answer, another card will give me another, even in my own personal readings. But that's usually why I'll ask for more clarity or ask for more tools, because they can give me more information, basically, to really clear up that contradiction, because maybe I'm reading the cards wrong or something like that, because everyone makes mistakes. It doesn't happen often, but I have had it happen, and like I said, I will ask for clarity on that from my tools. My last question that I have today is, what is the difference between reversed and upright cards? And I kind of went over this in my last video, but I do get asked this a lot, and I noticed that I never really gave a big explanation until last time I did a pick-a-pile. And basically, like I said earlier, every tarot card has its own set meaning that you can interpret any way that you want and follow your intuition for. But they have their own meaning. So if a card is an upright, that is the set meaning, that is how it's meant to be read. But sometimes when you pull cards, they come out reversed. And that reversed card is giving the opposite meaning to what the meaning of the card is. So for example, if I pull out the Fool, which is kind of like leaping ahead and making decisions without too much thought and stuff like that, forward movement, that comes out reversed. Maybe you are taking time to meditate on a decision and you're really thinking it through instead of just jumping in. So that's the meaning of the reverse cards. So I hope that you enjoyed. Again, if you have any more questions for me or want more clarification, because I know this was kind of quick, and sometimes I have problems trying to say what I'm thinking, just let me know in the comments and I'll answer you as quickly as possible. I really hope you enjoyed. Watch for Sunday. I will be uploading a cover, which I haven't done in forever, but it'll be up. And all of my Instagrams that I have 2 Instagrams. I will link my tarot one, and I will link my music one, which I haven't used in a while, but it'll be there. Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, everything will be down below. You can also now book me for paid tarot readings if you would like. I will leave my Etsy and my Facebook down below for that and information on that. Also, feel free to message me through either one of those for, you know, information on that or questions. So I really hope you enjoyed. I hope to do one of these again soon, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!